Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the Watkins Glen International Raceway. I tell you what, Kickin Assphalt Truck Series, ending the round of 16 in a true form of fashion. Road course racing for the drivers. As we're going to take a look at your starting grid right there on the front portion of your screen, dead center. Watkins Glen, 40 laps. Joe Francis is going to be your pole sitter. Richard Likawa out there in the number 6 is going to be the outside pole sitter. James Cato, Chris Webb, Jesse Cottrell, Holt Johnston. That'll be your 3 rows that you have going on there. Jeremy Robbins and Marshall Layton will make up row number 4. Curtis Ecker, Anthony Crown over in row number 5. GT in row number 6. He's going to be the last driver in the field. And it's going to be a ton of fun. Watkins Glen, about 100 laps here. That's 100 miles, 40 laps. Fuel mileage is going to be key. Tire strategy is going to be key. And it's going to be insane. And I think it's, we said it 60-65% fuel, something like that. I can't remember what it is. I forgot to look too, so I apologize about that. Dustin Hall saying, have a great broadcast. We'll be back next week. I hope to see you next week. Round of the round of 16 has been interesting. I can't wait to see what the round of 12 is going to be able to hold on to, because these folks are dialing down. Now, road course racing is sometimes a little bit more difficult. And at the top of your screen, we're going to show the points for the series as soon as it does its thing. It will it will load. I promise. There it is. Pace car is going to be leading them around, folks. I was a little bit hustling today. I was a little bit late in getting here, and so I do apologize about not being as prepared as I normally am. But I will tell you that today has been my birthday, and with birthday festivities, I had to take a nap. That's why I was late. So, but I'm ready to go. Yeah, no, that's just the way it goes. Thank you to everybody out there joining on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Signature Esports is the platform for iRacing broadcasts and, of course, all the gaming that I do. Fred the Barney Flagman gives him a big old green. Man, it's already side-by-side racing, second on back. Normally what we see with Watkins Glen in the Truck Series, we usually see a great start from the leader, and then second and third typically duke it out for a little while. Cautions are going to be localized, so we will see what these folks are going to be able to do. 33-6, 3-31. Jeremy Robbins there in that number 7. He's 5th right now as they get into the big old bus stop back here on the back, and they're going to hit the outer loop here in just a second. But 40 laps doesn't seem like that long here at Watkins Glen, but it's going to be left and right turning. That's for darn sure. Jesse Cottrell right there behind. There's Mr. Cottrell. Good to see him in the mix. 10 spot, or I'm sorry, the 6th spot belonging to the 10 in the Fastener Supply Chevy Silverado there as they continue to move forward. Thank you to everybody that's been joining for the streams over the last couple of days. We've been trying to make up for that 24-hour stream I had to do. Played a lot of Farming Simulator, and that was a lot. It was fun. It was insane. So thank you to everybody that's been joining in for the gaming streams. Joe Francis, a full second out over to the field as they complete lap 2. Looks like Marshall had an issue. He went off track a little bit back there, and that might have been back there on the back end of the track. And so these drivers, they do have the driving line turned on. That is something that we want to be able to see these folks do, and doing a phenomenal job at being a part of that. Let's see. Looking at the points kind of scroll across there. Freddie Durstock, 16th in points. He's below the cutoff. I don't think he's made the race. But Gavin Hibbs has won his way in. Joe Francis has won his way in. I do believe there's Anthony Crown over. Those drivers made it work and able to make it stick. Now they're biding their time for the end of the season, trying to continue to push their way through the playoffs. And we normally see most of the drivers kind of do the things that they know how to do. Some of these drivers are really good at Road Series racing. Some of them are not. And some of them just they just like, I can't turn right. I can't do it. So they don't take care of it. But it is, forgive me, it's all good things for these folks, and much love to them. Kickin Assphalt Truck Series will hopefully be back again next season. I know they're working on a few different things over there. Absolutely incredible to see what they're doing. I was looking at a few other things. That's something I was trying to figure out here. Let me see if that's going to show up there. I'm trying to make sure things are fixed there. Brian, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you very much. Kickin Assphalt Truck Series. There it is. My little overlays are always good. My name's Jason. I am with Signature Esports. This is what I do and how I do it, and how we have a ton of fun. You know, we try to have a ton of fun. Let us take a look at the pop up over the SDK. We're going to take a look at the race information here. 2.42 miles in length, so just under 100 miles, but we call it the 100. That's just what we do. Track temperature is very hot. For Watkins Glen, the time of day, 111 degrees on the track temperature. The air temperature, 71 degrees. So we're going to see the track cool as they drive it. Just natural inclination for the drivers. 49% humidity, partly cloudy skies at the time of race. They set it at 55 and 70, but with dynamic weather, it does get turned on, and it does make that work. Sectors are looking good. Let's look at the last couple of lap times for Joe Francis and Rich there as they complete lap 3. Rich was a little bit faster on lap 3, so lap 4 has definitely been good for the drivers. And it does look like we have issues back here. Anthony Crownover, he went off track. Looks like Jeremy went off track. But able to hold on to it, so they're making it work, making it stick. Chris Webb back in the mix. I see a little bit of damage from the 88, but nothing big. He's up 6 spots. He's doing a really good job of trying to push the boundaries here. 22 up 3 from the start of the race. Watkins Glen is a good little racetrack. 1:15.19. So Joe Francis running the fastest lap of the race this last time by his complete lap 5, and he's been able to kick it. Let's ride along let's do the Gyrocam as he comes around the S curves. We'll talk about each turn. They get up to about 160, 165 down. He's in third into the clutch. Gets into the bus stop, comes around into the outer loop. Watch the drive right next to the yellow line, puts the tires right there next to the rumble strips, and then carries down the back straight and works his way to the right side. He's going to have a left-hander coming up here where you're going to see him push as hard as he can. You see him already into the clutch, down to second gear. Sounds like he downshifted a couple of times there. Into third to the left, the right-hander. He's going to cross over the pit lane where that patch job is done. Now, I've been reading with what iRacing's doing. iRacing is actually looking to remap and redo Watkins Glen as far as the way the track is laid out. So that's exciting to see. As we start to continue to see these drivers push the boundaries here on the traditional Watkins Glen. The setup for Watkins Glen, as far as the way this track is driven, the course hasn't changed all that much. Now, there's a couple of different variations. One for the GT3 courses that extends it by almost 1.5 miles, so it makes it a 4-mile track where there's a big giant boot on the edge of this track. But the NASCAR setup has been the same since the 70s, and it's been kind of cool to see. Let's take a look at some of the insights. Kelly Pointer giving us a like out there. Brian Rinker giving us a like. CJ Johnson giving us a like out there as well. Thank you very much to all the folks out there giving us likes, giving us follows, doing all that stuff. Birthday stream, that's what this is. What better way to have a birthday stream than to do what we've started off It's been a ton of fun. Thank you to everybody out there watching on all the platforms. Francis and sorry, moving some stuff. Rich and Joe, they're right where they started. So is James Cato in the number 3. Always good to see James get out there and run. Joe is getting faster every lap, and I think 7 laps in, 3.3 seconds the difference. That's an incredible run. 1:14.80, 1 minute 14 seconds and 80 to the good. Fast laps here at Watkins Glen. For road course racing, it's one of the faster tracks that you're able to see. And right now, Crown over, trying to close any kind of that distance down to Cato. He's about 6 seconds off of Cato right now as he gets into the bus stop, but he has Mr. Webb and Jesse Cottrell right behind him. So those 3 trucks battling it out. Normally we see the battle between second and third, and I think we're going to have some close battles working through the field. Marshall having a bringing up the rear of the field just by being here. He's doing himself some justice. He's 44 seconds off of the pace. Curtis Ecker is the driver. He is trying to track down the 12, just trying to finish. Looks like the Solid Rock Carriers. That's what it is, Solid Rock Carriers. I got it right. Woohoo! The 12 running. Jeremy Robbins getting back in the mix. He's in 9th, 22 seconds off the pace, but he's got Holt Johnston to GT Park in front of him. As you see Holt Johnston right here, right on the back bumper of that 22, that Chevrolet. So the Toyotas trying to dominate here. One Toyota inside the top 5, up 6 spots. Trying not to give up a position to Chris Webb, James Cato, and a Chevy. Completing lap 8 as they run around this little racetrack. Joe Francis runs a 1:14.97 last time by, finds himself 4 seconds out front. They do have open setups here for the series, so it is quite interesting to see what kind of gear ratios that these drivers might have. Curtis Ecker off track, looks like he is up into the wall there. Does look like Marshall is going to be trying to catch him. Jeremy Robbins goes around. I think he just got into. Let's take a look here. I think he got into the bus stop too hard. Hit the turtle. Hit the curves. Oh, he did. Oh, up there. So he's going to have to get himself around. I believe they have a fast repair here. So we'll see what happens whenever he decides to come to pit road. Right now, he has a 12-second lead over Marshall Layton. Joe Francis 1:15.46 is his last lap. Fastest driver last time by was Joe Francis. Chris Webb is picking up the pace. He just ran his fastest lap of the race, 13.5 behind the leader. He has got he ran a 1:15.90 on his last lap. 9 of 40. And how are you folks doing out there? Good to see you. Chat it up. I want to hear what you're doing. You're absolutely amazing. Keep the chats rolling because, that's what we want to see. I want to see you guys do what you do and how you do it and why you do it. And you're absolutely amazing. Keep it going. Francis, the 6, the 3, the 31, the 88, and the 10. There's your Powerball numbers for the week. If that so strikes your fancy, I don't even know if that's a real thing. Ben Richardson giving me a like out there. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you very much. I appreciate everybody out there. Appreciate everybody out there watching because, I couldn't do it without you. Joe still running just under 1:15, so 1:14.98 on his last lap. Let's take a look at the last 5 lap times. He ran his fastest lap on 6, 1:14.795, or as I said earlier, 1:14.80. That is because it rounds up on my left screen over here, and hasn't looked at a under a 1:15 for a minute. But I think as tires wear here, you're going to see him actually at 1:15.456 on lap 8. So I think as you see the tires wear, you're going to start seeing that consistency be there. Rich here in the number 6, he has been consistent as all get out. His lap times have been around the 1:15.4s, 1:15.5s. He did 1:15.7s on lap 7 and 8 right there, but does look like James is catching him just a little bit. James has been very consistent, running around the 1:15.6. His fastest lap came on lap 5, 1:14.898, so that was his fastest lap. Able to strike a little bit on that distance in between he and Joe Francis. Joe Francis' last lap was a 1:15.35, and nobody is catching him at the moment. But the fastest driver, and is still the fastest driver on the racetrack at the moment. Holt Johnston starting to close some distance down. He's got GT right behind him. GT carried a second, better than him on lap 6, and this time by he's about a second better than GT, as we're seeing just drivers trying to make up some spots here. The 22 trying to turn left and right. Jeremy Robbins right behind. He's not doing too bad. Oh, Jeremy gets into the wall. Don't get into the wall, Jeremy. We click on you and you touch the wall. Don't do it. Don't do it. Pit strategy should come about halfway. I do believe the drivers should be able to make it about 20 or so laps. I'm curious to see what they're going to be able to do, because I wasn't in there looking. I don't have a clue. I mean, I do. I take my best approximate guess on what they normally do here, and kind of run with it. So we'll see what they're able to fletch out here. I don't think that they can run more than 25 laps around this racetrack, so I don't know if we're going to see any short pits for any of the drivers. Mr. Robbins hits the off-track zone, but is able to keep himself clear. And that does happen when drivers get to here's the bus stop. We'll take a look at what the blimp cam has to offer here. I see Joe Francis come around the outer loop here and hit this straightaway. If they'd have gone straight, that would have been the loop. That would have been the boot, so to speak. But right here, if you don't enter the corner properly, you can find yourself hurdling a turtle and then jumping yourself back on the track right there, and it gets you loose, gets you free. Joe Francis very consistent, trying to hold on. Rich, close battle for second, about 2 seconds apart between he and Mr. Cato. Track looks bigger in person whenever you're riding along with these vehicles, but this is what one of my blimp cameras here. That's turn 1. Turn 2 and turn 3 are going to be these S's right here, and it's an uphill incline. And turn 4 straightens back out, hits that long straightaway where he gets up to speed before the bus stop. And there's the campgrounds, the parking right there for, if you have not been to Watkins Glen International Speedway, book the series today. 5 and 6 are going to be the bus stop there. 7 is considered the big old giant turn here. Some folks in calling the track call that 2 turns. According to my track map, it's 1. And then the left-hander is going to be 8, and the right-hander will be 9. So then they'll be back on the front stretch right here. It is. It's not that fast. It's not. I'd say it's not that fast of a lap. It's fast laps for a 2.5 mile course that you're constantly turning left and right on. And as Joe continues to move around this racetrack, there's our good flag man out there just trying to hold on for dear goodness. As you see, there is turn 1 for Joe Francis. He's starting to pick up Marshall Layton in his sights. 6.6 seconds. Somebody told me that Gavin was going to be the dominator here, but I think Gavin not in the race today. We were looking at Joe doing his thing right here. The 6 and the 3. As we take a look at these are the NASCAR cams that they provide. You see the boxes that they would stand in. There's an iRacing official right there, standing out there. I wonder which iRacing official that might be. Chris Webb looks like he is having an issue. It looked like he crashed. I don't know how he crashed. He's still running. Let's go back and take a look. Did he have to come to a complete stop? He must have had to come to a complete stop because his truck still looks phenomenal. Ooh. nice little bump. He's all right. That wasn't even that hard of a lick. Yeah, just a little nose wrinkle. Oh, he's back off track again. No, come on, Chris. He was in 6. Now he's in 8. GT gives him a pass there. Holt Johnston passes him as well. So Johnston back where he started, has Jesse Cottrell back where he started. The driver that's up the most is going to be Anthony Crownover. He's in 4th. He's up 6 positions and 21 seconds off the pace. I think all of that damage might be the benefactor to why things are going. Fastest driver that last lap is going to be Richard here in that 6 or in that second spot, the number 6. He was about 0.3 of a second faster, and as he passes Marshall Layton, just trying to keep that truck clean and roll forward. Try to have those bonus points. Francis out front down the straightaway there, but it does look like Rich is he's gaining on him just a little bit. Francis 6 seconds, and now it's closing out just a little bit. Tires are getting spicy. You can see him sliding around the corner a little bit there as he carries the front stretch. Pausing the vocals, time to hydrate. Gonna do that, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, let's roll through our drivers. In 11th right now, Marshall Layton bringing up the field here. He's still battling that truck. Does look he has an opportunity to be fast here. He just has to send it a little harder, but sometimes sending the corners, it's going to be tough. His last lap 1:22.24. Curtis Ecker in the number 12 here, 1:19.77. His last lap, his fastest lap, 1:17.94. As you see him carry 10th, he's got that right side damage. That might be one of the big issues here. Last lap for Jeremy Robbins, who is in 9th, off 2 from more than the start of the race. His fastest lap 1:16.30. He pulled a 1:19.30 this last time by. So Jeremy trying to make some stuff stick and try to find himself a little bit more progression going forward. Chris Webb in the number 8 is 4 spots off of the start of the race, and his last lap was a 1:17 flat. He is gaining on 5 drivers in front of him, so the 31 after that nose damage is making it work. His fastest lap 1:15.90 off 4. He started 4th. He's in a up 4 is going to be GT here in the number 22. That's the driver that Chris is tracking down currently on your screen. You see that's going to be one of the closest battles that you're going to be able to look at. His last lap was a 1:18.08. He just pulled his fastest lap 1:16.45. Chris Webb, who is right there, this will be the battle going on. His last lap was a 1:16.68. So he's able to hold on. That's a good line for him. Even with that, he was able to get on the brakes and minimize that damage whenever he got free at a turn 7, turn 8 area. Turn 8, turn 9 area, and he minimized that straightaway. Oh man, he locks him up getting into the bus stop. I wonder if he downshifted too many. It does sound like he downshifted way, maybe too many times there, maybe a little bit too quickly. But no damage out of it. He's able to hold on and does a great job of being able to make that work. So he's got some work to catch back up to the 22. Was doing a great job of doing so. So there's the 22. He's catching back up to Holt Johnston, who's right in front of him, the number 62 truck, carrying the Hallmark Toyota Tundra, right where he started, and just naturally driving the track the way he should. 23 laps to go here. The Reaper 23 laps to go. We'll go over our sponsors here as well here in just a moment. Jesse Cottrell there, and the number 10, he is in 5th. That's exactly where he started. GT making the pass to the inside of the 62. That did just happen right there as they get into turn 1 onto the S's here for 2, 3, 4 for the drivers. 2, up 3 right here, and then 4 is going right there. Perfect. Anthony Crownover up 6 spots. As we were talking about Jesse Cottrell right behind him. Jesse coming around the outer loop there. Anthony Crownover just in front of him. His last lap was 1:17.64. James 1:17.05. Catching up to Richard here. Joe Francis, I don't know if he had an issue, but his last lap was a 1:18.27. And I don't see anything on the relative saying that he had an issue. I think that is just the time that these two trucks are starting to close the distance. Josh, what's going on? Good to see you out there, Josh. Much love to you. Appreciate you for tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Signature Esports, all the platforms. You're amazing. Joe Francis right here, and the distance closing for the drivers as 22 to go. Joe Francis has sent the track. And I do think I don't know if he's just trying to save or something's going on. I kind of wanted to listen to the truck here. Joe driving the Tom and Jerry, looking Ford F-150, 2 Fords in the field. Joe Francis and Jeremy Robbins. 2 Toyotas is going to be Anthony Crownover and Holt Johnston. And then 7 Chevrolets for the drivers. Joe Francis, the fall off on these trucks is real, and that is exactly what is happening right now for these drivers. 33.63.88. That's going to be your fourth through 4th. Jesse Cottrell inside the top 5. As you see, the right-hander looks like it's about to come up. Or sorry, left-hander's coming up here, and then the right-hander. Good-looking little 10. Anthony Crownover into pit road. Looks like he is going to go ahead and make the stop early. Joe Francis, I think he's short pitting on purpose. I believe it. Did you, Josh? Congrats, man. You started racing trucks in iRacing. I like the trucks. I think they are manageable, and it's a great it's a great vehicle to learn in. Some folks like the modifieds, or maybe not just the modifieds, or they like some of the other vehicles like the ARCA cars to learn in. I think the trucks are a great base, and if you can get into an open setup league, that right there is going to be beneficial, because then you get to really know these vehicles and how they change. But a lot's going to change later on. James coming to pit road, so the third place truck is going to give up third place right now. Curtis Ecker still going around the track. Little right side damage for him. Francis still leading. Rich about a second. He was 2 seconds off the pace, and now carrying as long as he can. I think he was trying to save fuel. I think that's exactly what he was trying to do. Now Joe Francis out front. His gap was 6 seconds. And now he wants to make it an even 20 laps on these, maybe 21 laps on these tires. So splitting the field up in half is there's nothing wrong with that. Looks like James Cato will be coming back out in third. Jesse Cottrell into pit road. GT into pit road. Chris Webb in. Holt Johnston in. As you see, these drivers have the weird cameras there. Crazy. I don't like those cameras. There they are. There's pit road exit, and then pit road entrance is going to be back here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Joe Francis, your race leader, looks like he might be coming to pit road now. We'll ride along with how he comes down pit road. The only thing you need to find a league that is free and races on Wednesdays or Sundays. I'm not sure if this one was free. I know their season's about done. Might be you might look over to the Top Esports guys. I think they have some stuff. So Joe's gonna get his right side here, and then his left side. These guys are about done with their season. I know that there's another league that's gonna be popping up here pretty soon on Sundays for us. We'll see. Joe Francis, Rich, going to make it off pit road. They're full of virtual Sunoco fuel. James Cato looks like he is going to come around. He might take the lead here. He's going to be up to speed. So he'll be back to third, but he'll be up to speed. There's Rich in the number 6 as James gives the room and looks to take over second. So he's going to be up a spot from the start of the race. His tires are warm. The one thing you don't want to do is get too aggressive too early. And right now, the 33 trying to get to, he's got a little bit of lap traffic in front of him, and the 3 right behind him they're all on fresh tires, but the 33 not up to temp just yet. Marshall Layton right there in front of the 33, has the 3 of Cato right there with him, as we're seeing Joe Francis nip the inside corner, and closest racing for the top 3 that we've seen so far. Anthony Crownover pulls his fastest lap of the race, pulls his second fastest lap of the race, 1:16.71. Jeremy Robbins to pit road here. I don't think, I might be wrong. They may not have a fast repair. I don't know. I don't remember if I put that in there or not. 33.36. Marshall Layton coming to pit road for his pit stops. It'd be the first time he's been to pit road as well, so he's going to come down pit road and hit his pit stop as he does it. Marshall Layton, the owner of the Kickin Assphalt series, not just the truck series, but he's got a Cup series. I think he's got an Xfinity series. Yeah, and now he's trying to do some other stuff. So he gets into pit road. He does this thing. There's lots of. I would if you're looking for a league out there, I encourage you to go to Facebook and look up the iRacing leagues. There are league owners, iRacing leagues Facebook group. There are constantly league owners trying to find or trying to recruit in there. So, and they have a series all over the place. So you can pretty much find your fill of the drivers whenever it comes to finding a league out there. I encourage folks to drive in the leagues if it's early in the season and you want to drive in a series. I encourage folks to pick any of the ones that I broadcast for, but as long as it fits into your schedule, of course. Most of them are really good. Most of them have really clean racing. But at the end of the day, it's not without warranting a situation. Fastest lap of the race ran once again by Joe Francis, 1:14.78 on his last lap. So 1 minute 14 seconds and 7.8 to the good. Those are the things. So, get yourself out there, find yourself a good league, and have at it. You know what I mean? I like league racing better. So Raj, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you very much on the good old Facebook. Appreciate you very much for that. If you're out there on YouTube, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so. Try to get our followers up. Some things coming to YouTube. It's going to be courtesy of TexasFamilyMG.com. One of the guys that it's Mr. Kelvin over there. One of the guys that I was throwing ideas at him, what I wanted to do, and we're going to be doing some gaming videos. And I say gaming videos as in James Cato stepping on the gas. Richard running the fastest lap of the race. Man, that was blistering hot. He just ran it, and I'm going to throw it on your screen because I want to make sure that it's correct. 1:14.661. That is the first 1:14.6 that I've seen. I think he's stepping on the gas, playing with fire. Look at him roll. Joe Francis there in the lead of Cato, catching up to him just a little bit. I think the long haul was great. Francis had a 6-second lead, and then through pit strategies and kind of just how everything's ran. These front 3 drivers are ready to roll. And close battle for the top 3. Jesse Cottrell in 5th, the only driver that hasn't moved position. And he's like, this is mine. This is where I'm going to be. Don't take it. He's trying to track down Crownover. But Chris Webb, 1:15.54, is catching Jesse Cottrell a second a lap. He's got about 6 seconds to try to work with here between he and the number 10 truck. Joe Francis, James Cato, Richard, all of these drivers. And I tell you what, Rich is starting to close the distance a little bit on Francis. Cato right behind, 1:15.76. He's staying within striking distance of these drivers. A good little run for all of them. 33.36, 88, and the 10. But on YouTube, we're going to do some tutorial stuff, how I set up iRacing to broadcast, how I set up my microphone to broadcast, how I set up, pretty much set up everything, the tools of the trade, so to speak. We're going to be doing some of that stuff because it is a good way for me to reach out and be a part of the community. You don't make a ton of money doing it, but there are people out there that just want to broadcast their own leagues, and there's not as many broadcasters or commentators there are out there for this. There's not enough days in the week to be able to broadcast the amount of leagues that are out there. So I figured I'd put some of that information out. We'll talk about gaming. We'll talk about not just iRacing. We'll talk about the up-and-coming games. So basically kind of like news for the industry. And my opinions on things that are happening and coming and getting ready to happen. James Cato right there. He's got that's the look for to the number 6 truck who ran smashing laps. And there's Joe Francis right here. This is the ride along with the number 3 as we carry the sounds of the track. Kind of enjoying it. Marshall Layton to pit road. Something happened to Marshall. Let's go see what happened to Marshall here. Lap 25 for him. He comes around into the nose. Locks it up right there. Man, he had kept that thing clean all the way up until that point. So, I think 11th place is where he is going to finish there. Joe Francis, half a second. Rich backing off the pace a little bit here. He was right there. Nose to bumper, bumper to nose. 14 laps to go as Joe tries to defend the lead. The Adams polishes Ford F-150. A reminder tomorrow, make sure you tune in. We're going to be with the IVRL Pinkett Ford Truck Series, the International Virtual Racing League. They're going to be racing tomorrow night, and that's going to be a ton of fun. Let's see where they're at. I got to make sure I know where they're at because, man, tell you what, these folks are. They're sending it 3, a little outside the line there. All right. Apologies, folks. Something's going on. Lightroom trying to open up at the same time. So I do apologize about that. I hate it whenever that happens because I'm going to have to move some of my buttons that are on my lower taskbar. I'm not familiar with where they're it's a different computer. Let's just put it that way. And things aren't set up the way they're supposed to be. And this computer was courtesy because of the last computer kind of went kaput. So we're making things work. That's what we're doing. We're making it work. 13 laps to go here of the 40, and we're getting down to the wire where the top 3 are pretty much the battle that you're going to be seeing. We'll go through the rest of the series here, or rest of the drivers here in just a little bit. Schedule for tomorrow. So they were just at Indy Oval, and I missed Indy Oval. I'm going to have those guys send that race over. I'm going to call that race. I don't even know who won. I haven't even looked. I'm not even going to look. Tomorrow night, they're going to be at Darlington for 125. I'm sorry, not Darlington. They were at Darlington this last time. They were Indy Oval before. I did see Indy Oval. Darlington was this last week. So I take that back. I think it was at Atlanta. I think they changed from Darlington to Atlanta. Either way, tomorrow they're going to be at Las Vegas. There it is. Final. Las Vegas, 105 laps. They're going to run that in the afternoon time. Las Vegas, a fast 1.5 mile track. And I'm gonna enjoy looking at what they do. Pinketford.org, one of my favorite one of my top 3 favorite charities out there. It's a 501c3 organization, and they're absolutely amazing. So make sure you go and check them out. Pinketford.org. But speaking of sponsors, Reaper Speed Lab, that's going to be your 25 to go sponsor here. Team 126 Racing. I put some links in the Facebook and YouTube descriptions. Make sure you go and check them out. Team 126 Racing, Blues Diecast, Butt Kicker, YRD Designs, U-Haul Moving and Storage, Ayers iRacing Paints. Something you should know about your local U-Haul Moving and Storage. It might be a household name for you, but I will tell you that U-Haul Moving and Storage is locally owned and operated, and supports your local community. And I always encourage folks to shop local. So if you haven't done so, get out there. And if you need it, whether it's small or large, they have truck rentals. They have all kinds of different options. They have packaging materials. Maybe you're doing some spring cleaning. You can go to U-Haul Moving and Storage, buy some boxes from them, and that goes to help support local businesses. So much love to U-Haul Moving and Storage and all the folks involved in there. Blues Diecast, another great opportunity. Find them on Facebook. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. If you are out there and you're on iRacing and you have not, of course, pretty much everybody's heard of Butt Kicker who's been on iRacing, but if you have not, Butt Kicker has these sensors that you put in your seat or around your body. They have different kinds of options for that makes you feel every slight little bump in the track, and it works for not just iRacing, but a set of Corsa and other racetracks out there, or other racing simulators out there. You should feel it. It's absolutely amazing. I have had the fortunate opportunity. My stepfather actually has Butt Kicker, and it's absolutely killer. So we're thoroughly, and I would thoroughly enjoy seeing what you guys think of the Butt Kicker. If you haven't hit the purchase, I know they've got some Cyber Monday stuff going on tomorrow. T Crownover getting some love out there. Spencer Braxton, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Let's go back through the field. Marshall Layton in on pit road. He's getting some stuff taken care of. Curtis Ecker, he is, I think he is there as well, or he's out of the race. I take that back. Jeremy Robbins pulling the field, little right, little nose. He's there in 9 top 10 kind of night. He's off the lead lap now. GT right there in front of him. He is still tracking him down, however. Little right side for GT. He's up 3 though. GT was up 5 at one point. Holt Johnston there in the 62 got himself around. He's got a very clean Toyota Tundra. Doesn't look like too much going on with him. He's just trying to be consistent, roll the corners. Chris Webb off 2, started 4th. He was off 4 at one point. He was back to 8th. Now he's worked himself back to 6th. He has been able to make some good lines work. Jesse Cottrell, the only driver right where he started. He's in 5th. Anthony Crownover in 4th. 43 seconds off the pace. That damage from early in the race. That's exactly where he got where the loss of speed has come from. So he's gonna be in 4th pretty solidly, but don't count out Cottrell behind him, because Cottrell is closing the distance about half a second at a time. As we'll take a look at Crownover's last 5 lap times. And what Cottrell's been able to do. Cottrell gained 2.8 seconds on 29, so that's probably one of the laps that the 88 had an issue on. But you can still drive this track. Still a good track to drive. You hear him get hard out of the corner. Running the Jimmy Strong for Dustin Hall. Appreciate the hashtag Jimmy Strong. Make sure, if you're out there watching, hashtag Jimmy Strong out there. There's a story behind it, and it's Dustin Hall's niece, or not niece, I'm sorry, Dustin Hall's nephew. Forgive that right there. Dustin Hall's nephew, and he's got a rare type of, I believe it's cancer that's going on. So he's going to beat it. So hashtag Jimmy Strong out there, folks. Joe Francis, James Cato, Richard in the number 6. These 3 drivers have been inside the top 3. The only 2 that are have changed positions is going to be James in 2nd and Rich in 3rd. And I think Rich kind of was biding his time. He gave himself just a little bit of room there. And the Nice Motorsports A-Sign Company, number 6 has been able to just kind of hang. That's all he wanted to do, is hang it. And he's closing the distance a little bit each corner that works for him. Joe Francis, though, he's got a whole lot of rear bumper of that Chevy behind him. Anthony Crownover 3rd in points in the series. No doubt we'll move on to the round of 12, regardless of the finish here. It looks like Chris Webb, Holt Johnston looking to move on. The round of 12 will pretty much be pretty solid. We're seeing a lot of the drivers on the list. If you look at the top of your screen, those are the drivers that are there. GT in 8th in points, Rich 9th in points, James 10th in points. A good finish here will do him some justice. Maybe give him a little bit of bonus points. Matt Jorgensen, I do believe, will be able to make the field. Jeremy Robbins will be there as well. We'll have to see based on points. Marshall Layton was 13th in points, and his finish here might help him out. Oscar Jensen didn't show up today, so he won't. His points won't be where they need to be. Bradley Brandon not here as well, and so we'll see. We've got 11 drivers in the field. I think that pretty much everybody that's here will advance themselves on points somehow. And without doing the math myself, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So Anthony Crown over 10th in points, trying to make it stick. 33, 3, 6, 8, the 8, and the 10. That is the drivers. Cottrell and Chris Webb. That's about to be a battle. Chris Webb pulls about 7/10 of a second faster than Jesse Cottrell this last time by. Here's your last 5 lap times. So, gets a little bit free. Oh, the 31, Chris Webb. I was just talking about him being ready to go. He was closing the distance. And now he's got the Duck Press Media 31, got himself into the corner. A little spicy there. Webb was really closing the distance. Look at the last 4 laps. And now all that ground has been lost. 6 laps to go for Joe Francis. A little bit more of lap traffic coming up. I believe that's Curtis Ecker, the driver that they're going to be looking at here in just a moment. Pause with the cons from some vocals. Hold on just a little bit. I got to hydrate. The rights, the lefts, the ins, the outs. Johnston right in front of the race leader, Holt Johnston, trying to stay on the lead lap. But even if that Ford gets around there, it's still going to be good racing. Close racing today for all the drivers. Again, the Kickin Assphalt Truck Series brought to you by Reaper Speed Lab, Team 126 Racing, Blues Diecast, Butt Kicker, YRD Designs, U-Haul Moving and Storage, Ayers iRacing Paints. If you need a paint, get out there. Go to Ayers, A-Y-E-R-S, iRacing Paints. Find them on Facebook. Awesome, folks. 5 laps to go for the drivers, and this race is far from over. Old Johnston not doing a bad job of stepping on the gas a little harder. 33 will have to work his way around the 62 here, as the 62 looks to be pretty darn good right there in front of the race leader. James Cato right behind him. Looks like Joe trying to stick the inside lane. 62 right there. That Toyota not giving up an inch. 33 might be to the inside. Now he is going to be to the inside. 62 trying to carry speed, high line running. There is Cato to the bottom side. Cato's going to slide up right there with the Toyota. Try to put his nose right to the back bumper of the 33 of Joe Francis. Good racing so far. Lap traffic not making it easy. That's okay, because they raced it clean. That was some very clean racing right here. The number 6 trying to make his way around as well. He's going to be right there with the 62. Holt Johnston's going to go low as the 6 is going to take the high line here. Francis, Cato, 4 laps to go. You can cut the tension with these two drivers. Regardless of who wins, they've had a heck of a run. The 33 carries turned 1 a little bit better than Cato. We'll see what kind of lap he's going to be able to run here. Seems like the bus stop is a little bit better for Cato. Cato gets the bigger turns a little bit better. But Cato carrying the backstretch. He was better off the exit of that the outer loop right there. Got to carry the draft into the corner there. Let me speak properly. Cato takes that turn very nicely, very smooth. Front stretch turn 9 comes all the way up. Cato has to try to close any kind of distance here. He's going to be doing that, but he's kind of stuck. They're at an impasse. 1:15.22 for Francis, 1:15.54 for James Cato there. 0.3 of a second gain for Francis on the last couple of laps, but you know, there's more to it. Turn 1, super aggressive for Francis, and that's kind of the turn that he makes work for himself. Not much off of what's going to be happening here. Rich in third. He's got a comfortable third place. Anthony Crown over 57 seconds off the pace here, and he's got fourth pretty much locked down. Jesse Cottrell, who was having to work his way back into it. He was just a few laps ago was 6 seconds off of Anthony Crown over, and now is 4.5 seconds and gaining. So top 5 cut of night for all the drivers. Chris Webb had gained a ton of time, and he is sending it like mayhem. 1:16.67. He was trying to catch back up to the drivers in front of him, but man, unfortunate. He was going to be moving back up a couple of spots. You could have seen that coming, but it didn't work to his advantage. Get a little bit free out of the same spot that most people do. 33, 3, 6, 88, 10 is going to be your top 5. And Joe Francis still trying to carry with 2 laps to go. Solid run, has led every single lap. But his pit laps. And Joe Francis, 2 laps to go out of the bus stop. He might be sending in here. This might be one of his faster laps here. Last time by Joe Francis, James Cato ran the same exact lap time. Richard behind him was the faster driver, 3 seconds off the pace here. 2 laps to go. Still a lot of racing for 2 laps. So the left-hander in 8, Cato, right there as well. He's going to come around the corner, turn 9 to the front stretch. Watkins Glen 100 without too much incident. It's going to be white flag waving here as Brett the Barney Flagman gives them a good little sign that this will be the final lap. 33-3, closest battle for the 2 drivers. James Cato, turn 1, a little bit better for Cato behind as Joe Francis carries 2, 3, and 4. The S's very, very freely, very nicely. Watch the F-150 hit the bus stop here. Watch the Turtles. This is where Cato's going to try to make up a lot of ground right there. Carries second gear very nicely. A little bit free for Cato. He's going to give up some time by getting free. The inner loop, outer loop. Cato trying to close the distance. Francis carries a little bit higher line there. Trying to carry speed off of the corner here. Two more turns for the drivers, and that's realistically it. Half-second gain. 3 trying to send it into turn 1. Not going to happen. Joe Francis in dominating fashion is going to come around. He's going to win it here at Watkins Glen. And the round of 16 is finished. Cato in third. Cato in second, Richard in third. Anthony Crownover coming around. He's still got his finishing position. He's still got to complete this lap. These drivers being 50 seconds off. There's a lot of racing still that's happening on the racetrack. Jesse Cottrell was 4.5 seconds 2 laps ago, and right now he's catching the 88 out of the outer loop. 88 he's going to have to defend here because Cato is flying. He's 9/10 of a second into the turn here. Cato drops in. Crownover comes around. This is the battle for fourth here as the 88 has some company right there on turn 9. 88 up into the wall. Cottrell goes and makes the pass on the inside. Crownover will finish 5th. I believe Crownover trying to finish 5th. Webb will finish in front of Crownover. Crownover back to 6th now, and Holt Johnston finishes the race as well. Man, 88 tried to carry speed out of the corner and got up into the wall there on the final turn. Joe Francis celebrating on the front stretch here. Man, oh man, oh man. Apologies about that. I can't. Wrong camera. All right, so that's Joe Francis. Let's have a little conversation with Joe in just a moment. Maybe. Well, apparently Discord isn't working for me right now. Well, let's go over your race results because Discord is not working. It's not doing me any good. Race results brought to you by everybody out there. We love and appreciate everybody that tuned in to watch. Joe Francis, James Cato, Rich there in 3rd, Jesse Cottrell in 4th, Chris in 5th, Anthony in 6th, Holt in 7th, Mr. GT in 8th, and it's Parky. I do forget that, and I apologize to them about that. Jeremy in 9th, Curtis in 10th, and Marshall in 11th, 15 laps off. Curtis 14 laps off. So that'll be your finishing order for Watkins Glen. Normally I'd have driver interviews, but for whatever reason, I've muted and unmuted myself, and I'm not picking up the channel. It's telling me that it's failing over there. So we'll try to do something for these drivers on the next race and bring in James, Francis, and Joe, James, and Richard. Will bring them in, and we'll have a conversation with them a little bit next time. So it's I might have to fix Discord again. Discord has been great, let me tell you. Appreciate everybody out there tuning in. Thank you to all the sponsors for the Kickin Assphalt series: Reaper Speed Lab, Team 126 Racing, Blues Diecast, Butt Kicker, YRD Designs, U-Haul Moving and Storage, Ayers iRacing Paints, and all the fans of Signature Esports. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. iRacing, a platform for all sim racing, in my opinion. That's my opinion. We love and appreciate all of you out there. Give us a follow on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We've got a Twitter at Real Sig Esports on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All good stuff. Appreciate you. Love you. And happy birthday to everybody out there that's born on this day. I love it. It's a great day. Today's a great day. Watkins Glen is done, and we'll be moving on to the round of 12 next week. And if I don't see you folks, well, I love and appreciate everybody out there. Have a good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. We'll see you in the next one.